Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. When I was growing up in Hong Kong, I went to a lot of banquets, such as wedding, a birthday, or even funeral banquets. Most of these banquets are multi-course affair. Usually, it will have about 10 or as many as 12 different courses. However, the very last course in the banquet is always a fried rice. A fried rice frequently known as Yangzhou fried rice. And this is by far my favorite fried rice. And the reason was very simple, because this fried rice contains shrimp. And I love shrimp in this fried rice. And the shrimp really stands out in the fried rice. And you appreciate how it blends into the flavor of other ingredients in this fried rice. And this Yangzhou fried rice also has other ingredients as well. It has egg, and it has peas, and then it has a barbecue pork in it. Instead of using soy sauce to season the fried rice, this fried rice usually only seasoned with salt and pepper. And this gives the fried rice a clean taste that I really enjoy. I love this fried rice, and over the years, I have created many versions of this fried rice. So a couple nights ago, I went to the kitchen. I just felt like to have this fried rice, and I decided I'm going to look into the refrigerator and to see what I have available. The most important part of this fried rice for me is shrimp, and since I always have some frozen shrimp in my freezer, so getting the shrimp out and thaw them out, it takes only about 4 to 5 minutes. However, the shrimp that I have is large shrimp, and they're a bit too large for the fried rice. So I decided I'm going to cut them up into smaller pieces. Now, efficiency in home cooking is all about saving time. The more you make your ingredients simpler, the better it is. So I normally only keep one size of shrimp. This is large shrimp, which is suitable for me to cook them in stir fry. But they are also equally appropriate for me to cut them up into smaller pieces. So instead of using a smaller shrimp, I can use the large shrimp for the same purpose. And it turned out that the large shrimp actually tastes better than small shrimp. The next item that I found is some frozen peas in my freezer. Now I'm going to use it directly as it is, without thawing them out. In fact, that's a great advantage of not to thaw them out. I will let this to happen during the final stage of the cooking process. This will keep the peas in a much better texture. I am like most people, I do not like peas that are overcooked. As I enter into the kitchen, I already know what else that I want to put in. I would like to put in some cauliflower. They are cauliflower stems that I have chopped up. This turned out to be a great way to use a part that normally I would have thrown away. Because they have been chopped up already, they cook quickly, and they provide wonderful flavor and texture. I'm going to use 4 eggs to cook this dish, and I'm going to season the egg with some of my basic seasoning mix. This seasoning mix is mild, and its intention is to add umami flavor to the dish. And this will enhance the natural flavor of the ingredients. It is a great substitution for salt. Okay, I'm all set and ready to cook. Let's get into the kitchen. I'm going to use my Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok to cook this dish. I really like this wok. The main reason is that the stainless steel makes it very easy to clean and maintain. And this obviously is just a personal preference. I like my wok spotless before I start to cook. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of canola oil to the wok. Now you can use any oil that you would like. I just so accustomed using canola oil, and I also like the health benefits of canola oil. Another reason I really like canola oil is because it is pretty much flavorless, so it will not color the dish with its natural flavor. However, avocado oil is a good choice if you like the oil to add a nutty flavor to the dish. I'm going to season the wok use my spot seasoning method. The method is very simple. I just heat the oil up until it starts to smoke gently. And I'll let it to smoke for another 10 to 15 seconds. This is the time when the wok is being seasoned, and it will create a non-stick cooked surface so the egg will not stick to the wok. I pour 4 eggs that has been beaten up into the wok. I then use the wok spatula to push the egg over the surface of the wok. This method is very effective in facilitate the cooking speed because as I push the egg away, the uncooked egg will fill the empty space. And this will allow the egg to cook faster. And usually using this method, I can cook the egg in less than 40 to 50 seconds. It is not necessary to cook the egg thoroughly because you will continue to cook the egg while you are cooking the fried rice. Notice that the egg is moved freely on the surface of the wok. This is a suggestion that the wok is well seasoned. You also notice by this time the cooking oil has soaked up by the egg. I push the egg to the side of the wok. I'm going to add about another 1 tablespoon of cooking oil because now I'm going to fry the rice. I add 2 cups of cooked jasmine rice to the empty surface of the wok. The jasmine rice has been stored in the refrigerator for about 48 hours. It is important that you only use cooked rice that has been stored overnight in the refrigerator because this will dry them out and prevent them from sticking to the bottom surface of the wok. Next, I use a tool frequently known as a hamburger meat masher. Basically, it is a tool to break up hamburger meat when you make spaghetti sauce or make chili, but it turned out to be excellent for breaking up rice. Right after that, I add about 2 cups of chopped cauliflower stem to the wok. After I add the cauliflower stem, I continue to use the hamburger meat smasher to break up the rice. I find that this hamburger meat smasher is an essential tool for making fried rice. Before I use this particular tool, I use my wok spatula to break up the rice, and that turned out to be very messy. I end up have rice spill all over on the kitchen countertop and on top of the stove, and some got on the floor. Once I have the rice sufficiently broken up, I switch to my wok spatula. Now I use a specific wok spatula designed for stir frying in a wok. A wok spatula might not be essential for any other type of stir frying, but when it comes to fried rice, it is a essential tool because it provides the best leverage for mixing and turning the fried rice. I recall about 15 years ago, I used to have a smaller wok. I have a 13-inch wok. Now you might be surprised that 1-inch difference can end up very essential in keeping all your food ingredients in a wok. You notice that here I have a lot of ingredients in this wok with the fried rice, the egg, and the cauliflower stem. A large wok, which is a 14-inch wok in this case, is truly very beneficial in keeping everything inside the wok. And also the stir frying is very important. You should try to always push everything to the middle of the wok. The next step is to add the shrimp to the wok. When to add the shrimp is really important because if you add the shrimp too early, then the shrimp will become overcooked. But if you add it too late, then it will be undercooked. So timing the addition of the shrimp is key. So a lot of this you gain by experience as well as by observation. After I cook the shrimp for a while, I'm going to add the frozen peas. Again, the timing in adding the frozen pea is critical. The frozen pea, you want it to be just warm up to the serving temperature without overcooking them. So balancing these two aspects of addition and the shrimp and the frozen pea is what going to determine the outcome of the fried rice. To season the fried rice, I'm going to use my basic seasoning mix. This will be used instead of salt. This will give the fried rice a good natural flavor because the basic seasoning mix mainly to enhance the umami flavor of the dish, and this will increase the flavor that are provided by the shrimp as well as the peas and the cauliflower. At this point, I turn down the heat and I do some taste tests to make sure this is the flavor that I like. And by using the basic seasoning mix, I can readily taste the natural flavor of the dish. I can taste the peas, I can taste the cauliflower stems, I can taste the eggs, and most importantly, I can really taste the shrimp. Other people might like it a little bit more salty, so I will have a bottle of soy sauce ready on the table for people who would like to add more salt to the dish. I cook this as a dinner for my wife and I. And this might not be enough as a regular meal, but we had a pretty heavy lunch. We had some French toast. Normally, if we would like something else, we probably will add a salad, or we might air fry some squash. If we have some avocado available, this would be also a good side dish. This dish demonstrate the advantage as well as the functionality of the fast cooking system. And the word fast stands for flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. And with these 4 attributes, I can cook any dish I want to the flavor that I like in amount of time that I find it totally reasonable. And I have this dish on the table from the time I walk into the kitchen in less than 20 minutes. And this is the reason that I can make home cooking as part of my daily routine, because I know how much time I need to spend, and I know in this amount of time I can cook a meal with fresh ingredients all from scratch. I post a video each day, and if you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I will see you tomorrow. Keep on cooking.